What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing another daily Manchester City transfer update. So if you want to stay up to date, first and fast on YouTube every single day throughout the whole January winter transfer window here in the United Kingdom, then do make sure you have subscribed to my channel, as that's how I'm going to keep you guys up to date with my daily Manchester City transfer updates. It is free to subscribe, and we're now less than 100 subs away from my goal of 33,000 subscribers. So any help towards that would be great. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and check out my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. Finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Football Prizes. They're running a special Manchester City competition. It is a Jack Grealish signed and custom LED frame Manchester City shirt. There's also 13 instant prizes to be won, which is featuring some memorabilia from Pep Guardiola, which will be signed as well, that you can go and check out. Available for £3.95 for you to go and enter. Works very much like a raffle. You buy your ticket, you get entered into the draw. There's 199 tickets available, which will go very fast. So do make sure you do go and check it out. Links and details there in the description. And then there's 13 instant prizes to be won, as well as the Jack Grealish signed shirt. So if you want to be in for a chance of winning it, then do go and check it out. As I said, links and details there in the description. And I do want to say a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video. So we're going to crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got the very latest, of course, on Kalvin Phillips. Now, Court Offside have said that Newcastle, they are speaking with Manchester City once again when it comes to Kalvin Phillips. They're hoping to find a breakthrough. We were reporting at the end of last week, of course, that Newcastle United had walked away from this transfer. They weren't happy with the loan fee. They weren't happy that it was an obligation to buy and not an option to buy. They weren't happy with the wages. They weren't happy with the transfer deal. They've done very much what I was reporting on yesterday and what Juventus have done, which is we're interested, but we don't want to agree to them terms, so we're going to walk away. Now, Newcastle face a big problem because they do need midfielders. They need cover in central midfield. They need cover in holding midfield. And Kalvin Phillips is a transfer that very much makes sense, and the indication that I'm getting from this deal is Newcastle walked away from this deal. They do need it, so they've come back into contact with Manchester City. They know that Juventus are no longer interested. There's only a few parties that are interested. They're all Premier League clubs, and I don't think Newcastle want to miss out on this. So the question is, how willing are Manchester City to negotiate down on their asking price for the loan fee and the obligation to buy? And how desperate are Newcastle to sign Kalvin Phillips is the question. The longer that this goes on into the window, I would say it's more likely that Manchester City may buckle and let Kalvin Phillips head out on loan. I say that only because Kalvin Phillips wants to leave Manchester City. He wants to be in that England squad for the European Championships in June, and the only way that that happens is if he leaves Manchester City and gets regular playing time. He does have to get this loan deal right. Is he going to get them guaranteed minutes at Newcastle? Because if the answer is no, then he may as well stay at Manchester City. It's pointless just moving from one place to another where you're not getting played at City and you're not getting played at Newcastle. In fact, you're more likely not to get in the England squad through not playing for Newcastle than you are not playing for Manchester City, mainly because you would expect Manchester City to be right up there at the top end of the Premier League. So not being able to force your way into the Manchester City squad, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not the easiest thing to do, and you would think, looking at league position, that it would be still difficult, but a little bit easier to get into the Newcastle midfield than it would to be able to get into the Manchester City one. But we will see what happens. Any developments, of course, I will keep you guys up to date with that. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got a new name, comes in the form of Archie Gray of Leeds United. Now, the Daily Mail have said that interest is growing in the youngster. He's a 17-year-old central midfielder, a very much an upcoming prospect. He's been doing very well around the Leeds United first team squad in the Championship, which means naturally now you're going to be getting interest from around Europe and from the Premier League as well. So it's been reported by the Daily Mail that Manchester City are interested in Archie Gray, along with Borussia Dortmund in Germany, Newcastle United, Liverpool, Everton, Crystal Palace and Tottenham Hotspur. So there is a lot of demand for the 17-year-old. It is being reported, though, that any transfer that would happen isn't going to happen in this winter window. It will happen only in the summer, and it's more than likely a deal will only happen for Archie Gray to leave Leeds United if they don't get promoted from the Championship, which at the moment, it looks like they may miss out on automatics. You never know, they may have a big push in the second half of the season, but they still could make the playoffs. So if they win the playoffs and they end up coming back to the Premier League, then Archie Gray, I imagine, will be staying at Leeds United again. Something for me to keep my eyes and ears open for. Now, moving on to the final transfer, was speaking about Joshua Kimmich yesterday, and of course, Bayern Munich confirming through Fabrizio Romano that Joshua Kimmich will not leave Bayern Munich in January. That stance is very much still the same. Man City and nobody else will be signing Joshua Kimmich in January. However, there's been some interesting developments today, and the Daily Star have reported that Manchester City's interest in Joshua Kimmich hasn't buckled, and it hasn't put Manchester City off through Bayern Munich saying that they're not interested in selling in January. It's believed that Manchester City very much do have Joshua Kimmich on their wish list, and they are interested in signing him in the summer rather than in January. Now, they say that Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United and Barcelona, they're all interested in the Bayern Munich midfielder. And more interestingly, the thing that I took away from this whole article was a price has been put on Joshua Kimmich, which is the first time I've heard of any price. £25 million, it is believed, is what Bayern Munich are looking for in the summer for Joshua Kimmich if he doesn't sign a new contract at Bayern Munich between now and the summer transfer window. Manchester City could choose to invest heavily in their central midfield. We could see Kalvin Phillips potentially leave in this window and Man City get some money. It could be an obligation, it could be an option to buy. But should Kalvin Phillips at any point leave Manchester City, and I'm going to presume that it's going to be for roughly around the same price as what we paid for him, he will need replacing, which means Manchester City, in terms of their net spend, would be able to accumulate more money for Kalvin Phillips due to the length of his contract that he's got at Manchester City, and replace him with quality of Joshua Kimmich and still make some money. It makes perfect sense from a business point of view. It's very much looking like this Joshua Kimmich story. Yesterday, we thought it might be coming to an end, and today ignites itself. It's not going to come alive in the January winter transfer window, but very much from June onwards could come alive in the summer transfer window. One again for me to keep my eyes and ears open for. As I said, I will keep you guys up to date every single day throughout the January winter transfer window here in the UK, for you to stay up to date with all the latest transfer news here on YouTube involving Manchester City. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Football Prizes. Remember, £3.95 to enter to get a ticket. You're not just limited at one, you can get numerous amounts of tickets as well. It's just each ticket does cost £3.95. There's 199 tickets available for you to be in with the chance of winning a signed Jack Grealish shirt, put in a really nice frame as well. 13 instant prizes to be won too, including some signed memorabilia from Pep Guardiola as well. So do go and check it out. Links and details, they're in the description. And again, I'd like to say a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video. Remember, without these sponsors, these videos simply do not happen, so it is much appreciated. I would appreciate anybody checking them out. That would be fantastic, and you could be in for a chance of winning a signed Jack Grealish shirt as well. What's not to like? I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City transfer update. Religiously, we'll be back again tomorrow. So, I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Take it easy, guys. Peace. Ciao for now.